I want to take the time to apologize to y'all, man, for what the white man has done to you people. It's so egregious and atrocious, and I have no words to make up or give you a proper apology for what's been done to you. I really don't. But I am truly, sincerely sorry for what has been done to you people, and it grieves me terribly. It really does. Man, y'all are chosen. You God's chosen people, man.
They do everything in their power to make us hate black people. That's because these people are so powerful. These people have been here forever. White people did not pop up until about 5,000 years ago. Now, there's going to be quite a few of white people that are going to be mad at this because y'all think everything is about you. But I'm here to tell you that it's not. And it never was. Think about it. I don't know where the fuck white people came from, to be honest, but we are not meant to be in the sun. Like how, black people are from Earth. They have been here a long ass time, bro.
What a time to be alive.
What a time to be alive.
Family.
Salakia. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Kahala Yavashim, Shabashim, Karpadash. Go learn to the other apostles and other bishops of Great Millstone, even the elders that came before them that taught us his truth. Shalom and salutations to all the brothers that push the word in truth and in sincerity, the hopeful like tabernacle. David. Yellow Yashalom, back with a quick lesson. The name of this lesson is The Word is Out. Even Ham, right? Ham is capitalizing. And I don't know, let's address this. Is this Ham? I don't know, because Bucky. Let's get Bucky. Salakia. Getting off course here. But sometimes you gotta balance a little fun. Let me see. Bucky. Who knows where I'm going? Bucky Fat Albert. I don't want the movie. I just want Bucky Fat Albert. Bucky Fat. Is it Bucky? Or is it? I think it's Bucky. Bucky Fat Albert. Who do we got? There he is. Look at the cut. Okay, now let's get Bucky. Oh, look at that. I want the cartoon. Bucky. This is good enough right here. Let's get Bucky here. Let's see if I can. How big is Bucky here? I need Bucky to be. It's almost big enough. I need you a little bigger there, Buck. Not that big. Okay, so let's see. Bear with me. I got to get this out of the way real quick. Let's see. Bucky there. And what? Who are we? This guy. This guy and Bucky. We need let's see. Let's get a profile of this guy.
We are leaving.
Where's he at? Look at that dome. Look at that shit. Look at this. Come on, Bucky. I'm spending too much time on Bucky. But sometimes, what are we doing? We're trying to discern. Okay, so if we put, let me see. Does he ever turn to the side? Because his dome, boy. Look at it. Look at his line though. That's a young man. Look at this. Look at his edge. Look at it. Like an Ethiopian there. Okay, so we're just okay. Now Bucky, we know Bucky is a Jake. Okay, let me see. I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you think? Jake is the cut. He tried to get a Bucky. That fool was trying to get a Bucky. Okay, anyway, all right. I took it too far. Salakia, I took it too far. All right. Now, what are we talking about? Even Ham, I might have to see. We might have to let this guy talk a little more. All right. Because I don't know if that's Ham or if that's Ham looking like Bucky. So let's okay, but The word is out. Why? You got, I mean, these could be speckled birds.
You edited a video the other day, and I'm going to expand on that. This creator was talking about how she believes that there is something that the government doesn't want us to know. Maybe the government, maybe like the rich one percenters, the people in power that hold all the power, don't want us to know about Black people and something that is extremely special, extremely superhuman that you all have. I 100% agree. And I actually made a video about it after I saw Sinners because I saw that movie and it's something that I've been thinking of for many, 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 many years. But Sinners just brought it more to my attention how unique you are, how vibrant you are, how under stress, under duress, under the kind of stress that most people can't even manage to think about, much less live through. You guys not only live through, but you succeed, you excel, you thrive.
That's being under the curses. See, but people don't understand that that's where true power comes from. Okay? And these devils, they understand that. They understand that, to the extreme on the left. All right, you get into torture, right? You get into, what happened to Yahushua? Let's look at it like this. What happened to Yahushua? Okay, it goes into blood. It goes into torture. All right. It goes into trial, if you will. The fiery furnace. Okay. So you can't come out stronger unless you go through the fiery furnace. All right. On both sides, on the left hand and on the right. Okay. So when Wilcock goes in to talk about the rules, right? Well, there's rules on the right hand side too. Right? It just depends on what side you were appointed to play for on this round, which is what's left of Esau's kingdom. In our kingdom, in the kingdom of heaven, the roles will be switched up, right? And those who played the role of a villain, and I'm talking about you Israelites, you 2/3, the ones that played the role of a villain, right? Don't worry, your role will be changed to that of good in the kingdom. But that's a different story. Point I'm making right now, people are waking up. Why? Because the men of the Lord have done their job. And are we done? No. No, we're not done yet. We're still out pushing, right? We haven't been called in yet, but with the elder apostles on down and those that came before them, right? That taught us this truth. We can see the fruits of our labor out here. And when you get those from Wi-Fi waking up, getting out of that thing and coming over to the truth before it's too late, you know that we're at the end. But anyway, the word is out. And that's why people are talking like this is 8 months old. How much more now? Okay? How much more now? That Bucky. Look at that. That line is everywhere, boy. Looks like, yeah, man, ain't got no line.
And there's something I think that you have in your genetic makeup, not just your melanin. I mean, maybe it has something to do with melanin, but there's something else inside of you that makes you so unique, so special, so smart, so talented, so funny. Like, I can go on and on and on. And I think there's no way that
she's telling too much truth. She might have a little melanin not showing up. She might be a speckled, right?
Racism, all the horrible things that happen and happened and still happen because of racism is just because of the color of your skin. There's no way. So, anyway, if you know what it is, tell me. I want some of it, or I want to be a part of it. I want to
You know she been with
join
Jake.
forces. I'm kind of smart, so I'll add my intellect and my intelligence, and
You smart enough to shut the hell up?
let's come together and be superhuman together.
Is God black? Let's unpack it. And not with emotion, with facts, history, and a little theology.
Okay, so where are we at now? Okay, the word is out. Not is Jesus black or is God black? That's two different things. Of course, they both are, because you got Father and Son, but they're not the same person. You got Yahweh and you got his son Yahushua. Anyway.
First, in Genesis, it says that God created man in his own image. But what did his image look like? Geography speaking, the Garden of Eden is believed to be, by many scholars, to have been in Africa.
Because she's going way off, all right? Because she don't know nothing, but she's regurgitating. Is she Israelite? Probably not. It's a spiritual thing. She's just saying what she heard. But as far as a spirit resonating.
Or in the Middle East, the cradle of civilization in East Africa. So,
see, everything she's saying is wrong. Okay, the other lady, she didn't say these things revealing that her spirit wasn't resonating with that of the truth. All right, so this one is something different. Same thing with Ham here. Okay, now, again, do we know for sure? We know that Bucky, right? And Bucky could be a Hamite amongst a bunch of Israelites over here. But I don't think that the spirit of Fat Albert, right? Even though Bill Cosby, the demon, put that together. I believe that the Cosby kids are a bunch of jakes. Now, let's observe this for. That's definitely the cranium of an Ethiopian. No, and Bucky ain't got all that. Anyway, all right, Salakia, let's get one. Let's go right here. Then shall they be known. Then shall they be known. Right? 2 Ezra 16:73. Then shall they be known who are my chosen. Okay? And they shall be tried as the gold and the fire. We're still being tried. What does it say? After learning, it says, white people are begging black folks for forgiveness after learning they are God's chosen people. Black folks? No, the Israelites. Because Ham here, you black folks, ain't you? Okay? So I don't know if this is Ham. I'm just using him. I'm using his forehead as a scapegoat, right? Because the Most High doth put a difference between what? Ham doth put a difference between who? The Egyptians. That's not what I want. Shall not a dog move his tongue. See? Is that this? Where's Ethiopia? You Ethiopians also. Exodus 11:7. But against the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue against man or beast, that ye may know that the Lord Yahweh Shem Yoshai doth put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel. The Egyptians are Hamites. Okay? That Egyptian? Did he call Paul an Egyptian? Art thou not that Egyptian? Ye, E, T. What comes after that? Sword he will stretch out. Nineveh. This is all shit. Cushites. You Cushites. Ethiopians. Okay? The Most High isn't dealing with you. All right, let's check it out. Zephaniah 2 and 12. Ye Ethiopians also. Uh-oh. Where did Ham go? See? And I'm not saying he's Ethiopian. I'm not saying he's a Hamite. He could be a Jake. I'm just using him right now. She could be a Jake. Okay? It's a spiritual thing. It's a spiritual discernment. All right? But we know for a fact that Bucky here is a Jake. Okay? They just happen to have the same haircut. You stand a Jake next to a Hamite, right? But there's a difference. You got to know how. Through the Spirit. All right? Look at the shine on Bucky. Look at Bucky's eyes. I'm kidding. Let's go back. Then shall they be known. Where we go? Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold in the fire. That's talking about the elect. But still, what are we talking about here? The word is out. After learning, how did they learn? Unless I have a had how can I learn? Slovakia. I'm gonna look it up on the phone real quick. Bear with me. What did the Ethiopian eunuch say? Unless I had a teacher, unless I be taught. A teacher. KJV. It is Hebrews. Yep. UNICH. Acts. Unless one guide me. 8. Acts 8. It's a lot. Why is it so hard to get that? Bear with me. Salakia. Acts 8 and let's get this. Okay, so what has happened out here? 31. No, it says it taught the Ethiopian right here, the Ethiopian eunuch. The Ethiopian eunuch is a Jake. Shut the fuck up. Anyway, we'll move right by that. This is Acts 8 and 30. And Philip ran thither to him and heard him read the prophet Isaiah and said, Understandest thou what thou readest? And he said, How can I, except some men should guide me, teach me? Let's get into there. And he desired Philip that he would come up and sit with him. Okay, so the eunuch, who was an Israelite, said, let me come up there and you can show me what, break these scriptures down to me. How can I? He said, unless someone explains it to me. Someone guides me. Someone guide me. Guide. Okay. A guide is a teacher. Someone explains it to me. What do? We have somebody break it down. Break that down. Go ahead, bro. You can go ahead. You got it. You got it. Break it down. Someone guide me. Explain it to me. Okay. Explain it. That's very important. So I won't say teach anymore. I'm going to say explain it. Break it down. Guide. Show me. Right? Reveal. Instruct. Unless someone will have revealed it. Right? Teach. There it is. There it is. The old teach. Instruct. Instruct. Guide. Okay? Explains it. Guide. Guide. All right? So, who's done that? And then shall that in all the world. In all the world. Then shall the end come, right? And all the RLD. Then. The Matthew here. Preached in all the world. Teach, preach, teach, instruct. Preach, proclaimed, preached. This gospel preached, preached, proclaimed, preached. Preached it. Proclaimed, preached. That's it. Preach, proclaimed. Preach, proclaim. Preach, preach, preach. Proclaim, preached. Okay. This is Matthew 24:14. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. Who's doing that? The men of the Lord are doing that. Okay. Like what happened to the Ethiopian eunuch. It was out there guiding. So here's the fruits. People, right? The word is out. People are hearing it. Whether they hear or forbear, the word has gone out. All right, are we at the end yet? Well, we're still out there, so the elect hasn't completely been sealed yet, but guess what? People are waking up. This is proof.
The first humans, most likely, dark skin.
And they're having to talk
deeper.
about it.
In ancient Egypt, let's go deeper. Ethiopian and early Christians, gods, angels, and prophets were often depicted as black or brown skin, not European features. Depictions came centuries before European colonization and reshaped the visual narrative.
She's talking out the side of her neck.
That's not the Bible. That's branding. That's not the Western art. That's colonization. That's a Western art. That's colonization. But when people ask this question, they're really asking, does my culture or my skin, my history, have a place in the image of God? The answer is yes. Drop your comments below respectfully. Let's have a grown conversation. Before you get mad, ask yourself why this challenges you. This is what TikTok is for. It's for us to unite, to talk, and to celebrate each other. Y'all have...
The Most High separated the nations.
Okay. Great day.
So why don't y'all Christians or so-called Christians get it together? Read, love people, make a difference. Go out and tell all these racist people that we are supposed to love one another.
Is that what it is? That's not what it is. Okay. All right. So anyway, I'm just going to get this on the way out. The word has gone out, but this is the word that's gone out. It's Matthew 10. T-H-E-T-T-T-H-E-W. Here's the word that's gone out. Not the Gentiles. See? Oh, yeah, but the Gentile, but not the Gentiles. Out of whose mouth? 10 and 5. So you got to deal with this. Love one another. No. Who love one another? 10 and 5. But go rather. See, here's the instruction. All right. Matthew 10 and 5. These 12 Yahushua sent forth and commanded them, saying, go not. Don't go to the Gentiles. Stop right there. You just got to stop. Out of his own mouth, he said, don't go to the Gentiles. There it is. Stop. That's all you got to do. Does Paul supersede Yahushua? No. So don't go to the Gentiles. But go rather. So don't go to don't go to the Gentiles, and don't go to non-Israelites, or certainly not no Canaanites, no Hamites. Okay, it says, don't go to these people, but go to these people. But rather, instead, don't go to these people, but instead go to these people. And that's it. That's it. This is what he said. People want to turn that around and make it into something. Said, don't go to the, I'm going to make it real clear. Yeah, but the Gentiles can be saved. Not according to this guy. Yeah, but then that's a different story. But right here out of his mouth, we got to stop right there. Here's the final word right there. And then after this, after he says, don't go to these people, then he says, go to these people. Boom, making it very, very, very clear. So anybody going outside of this, yeah, but Paul. No, you have to explain, because Paul is saying exactly this. Paul is saying exactly the same thing as this. Yeah, but no, you're confused. Just because you're confused, Paul completely agrees with this. He completely agrees with it. Okay? And Paul went and did exactly that. He didn't go to these people. He went to these people. Paul did this. This is what Paul did. No, this is what Paul did. Paul did exactly that. He was told by him to do this, and that's what Paul did. No, Paul did something else. He went and did exactly what, he did the opposite. No, you don't understand. That's confusion. Paul did this. You just don't understand it. Okay? This is Matthew 10, 5, and 6. These 12 Yahushua sent forth and commanded them, saying, go not into any way of the Gentiles, and into any city of the Samaritans enter ye. Now, what does it mean, any way of the Gentiles? That's making it real clear. Okay? But go rather to the lost. Now, there's a mystery contained within there. Okay? Paul went to the Gentiles? Yeah, he did, but the Gentiles he went to were of the house of Israel. They were of the lost sheep. He did this. He went to the Gentiles, right, that were of the lost sheep of the house of Israel. This guy wasn't talking about don't go to them. He said go to them. The Gentiles that were of the house of Israel, that's what Paul did. He went to them. But anyway, meaning outside of Israel. Okay? And if that's too high for you, we understand that. Right? This knowledge comes from above, and it's shrouded in mystery. Right? And if that frequency is too high for you to attain, we understand. All right? And as ye go As who go? The house of Israel. As you Israelites go, preach, saying, the kingdom of heaven is at hand. For who? For you. Not for the Gentiles or Samaritans, but rather for Israel. It's plain out of his mouth. You can't supersede that. You can't change that. You can misunderstand what he's saying and take it in a different direction because you're mischievous. You got mischief in your heart. But out of his own mouth, right here, you can't change that. Okay? You have to understand it. All right? 1 Corinthians 2 and 14, but the natural man receiveth not the things of the Spirit of the Most High, for they are foolishness unto him, neither can he know them, because they are spiritually discerned. Okay? But the spiritual man judgeth all things, yet he himself is judged of no man. Guess what? We understand. Okay? We understand what's happening here. All right? There's a difference. There are differences. Right? Anyway, with that, the word has gone out. Okay? That's what this is. The word is gone. Let's see what Eve is talking about. She could be an African. Hamite.
And they're only a few shades darker than a white person. We all bleed the same blood. This nonsense
Oh, it's
needs
gonna
to
be
end
brutal.
now. Wake up, y'all. Look at your history. Jesus was not white.
You see, the reality of the matter is, yes, they use color for racism, black, white, when technically, look at my beautiful brown skin. I am not black. I am a beautiful.
She could be a tear. She could be a tear. Okay? It's just what it is.
Brown. A beautiful shade brown.
She could be a Hamite. Look like Eve, act like it, looking, walking and talking like Eve. Smell like Eve from here. But she could be a Hamite. She could be a tear. Right? And this is just the knowledge.
Look at a so-called white person. They are not white for real. Put them under the sun, they're red. They're for real red. And out the sun, they look a pinkish reddish. Okay, they're not white. They're not white at all. But it really comes down to the bloodline. It comes to that
Try what? Try the Spirit. First John 4 and 1. Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits, whether they are of the Most High, because many false prophets are gone out into the world. With that, we pray that the elect were edified. Hey, the word is gone out. You brothers and few sisters, shalom.